The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway. Yet another page in the history of this grand old rivalry.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
Araujo did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Adriano. Now he's got space here. That has been cut short. Khan is there to clear. Knocks it out wide. Tonali.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
It's Xabi Alonso. And it's Tonali. Spread it left. Played out wide. Now that's a lovely exchange. And there's the shot! Oh! Fantastic! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Adriano! And he's gone looking for safety. And this is Adriano. Donatoni. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's found a way through. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Inter Milan with the corner, there first. He rises! Steaming on goalwards. Milan are looking to go forward now. A probing pass. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Adams, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Donatoni, and a chance! It's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Always onto this. Berbatov receives it in a wide position. Costa Curta. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Lopez. Knocks it into space. Lopez.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Messi. And this is Adriano. He's shifting through the gears here. And there is the half-time whistle. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive. Everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Milan in control at half-time, 2-0. And we're already back up and running after half-time. What a throw in. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That has ended up in no man's land. Fermin. Rijkaard does well to stand firm and defend it.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Out towards the flank. And he's intervened well there. Adams. Milan in a very solid position, 2 to the good. Tonali. Good ball over the top. Oh, nicely intercepted. Seedorf.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And he's found a way past. Is there any support? He might not need it. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he's had it nicked away.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Xavi Alonso. Milan finding their passes. Great run on the overlap here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Seedorf. Brilliantly cut out. 75 minutes played. Chiellini. No way through. Messi. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. Tonali. He's through here. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And no, that was never going to make it. And here's Berbatov. Oh, red, nice interception. And that's it. Milan are enjoying their moments of collective uplift. A win achieved with efficiency and certainty, as we've come to expect from them. Tonali taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Milan really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely... Batistuta! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him. Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Alonso!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Just off target. This their second corner of the game. Climbs up big! No, not the best of headers. He can run onto that. He's picked his way through. And a shot! Oh, brilliant from Kvaratskhelia!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
So, a breakthrough already. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And this is Batistuta. Chiellini gets rid without sophistication. And here's De Bruyne. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And that's put paid to a promising move. Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia with the delivery. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. And the counter is on. Nicely weighted ball. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition.
Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, it's a stunning goal! A finish of true class! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Kvaratskhelia showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Just the goalkeeper to beat. That is a crunching tackle. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Look at the space. Big chance! Kvaratskhelia! That is fantastic! A finish right from the top draw. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
And that means just one thing: match ball.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
Milan find a position of real strength now. Into the channel. Oh, well played, well played. Tonali. Howson. No way through there. And it's De Bruyne. Played back in. Vermin. And that is a little undercooked. And he's in on goal. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And how did he not make it four?
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
So, third corner of the game. Milan have the chance to go the other way.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking to play him in. Great vision. And he's there to belt it away. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
And a fantastic first half from our boys. More action from the second 45 coming soon. Substitution in progress.
And the second half gets underway. Milan decide to shake things up. There has been a change in personnel. Oh, he's been chance! Xabi Alonso plays it short. Now it's Xabi Alonso, and it's played into the middle. And now they can spring out of defence. Milan different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
That looks a good cross. Good ball, good take. Cannavaro, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that's a fine interception.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible. Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
And that has been cut short. Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front. Real chance! And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
Milan certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
So their fourth corner of the game. He rises! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Baresi gathers from the goal kick. Xavi Alonso. Milan still have the cards to affect this game. Xavi Alonso. And here's Kvaratskhelia. The message is clear, none shall pass. Cannavaro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. De Bruyne conjures time and space where few can. And that's aimed into the middle.
That's good defensive concentration.
Donatoni. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Some really good ball movement.
Ibrahimovic really was well marshalled there.
Oh, and he's following up! And again! Relentless! Just relentless! Just cruising! They are cruising! Batistuta at his razor-sharp best there.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Milan are having a ball here. Oh, that's fabulous. It's a goal kick. And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Milan.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're up and running. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add, and it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered.
Oh, what has happened here? Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I've always been impressed with how this guy, Szoboszlai, has been able to combine physicality and the finesse he can also add to his game, Peter. He makes good use of his strength when receiving the ball in tight areas, and he has that trickery and athleticism to beat people, and a spring in his step, always a spring.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Hernes proves just a little bit too strong. The ball has bounced loose now. Berbatov.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
It's a threatening David Villa! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Szoboszlai plays it short.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Little pass back. And the shot! They would have been... Oh, there it is! Oh, that is a late call, but it's the right one.
Is the light very short-lived? The referee's assistant did have his flag up. It might have been close, but it was correct.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. Great vision. David Villa. That's the keeper's ball. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Howson is always scanning the pitch for targets. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Xavi Alonso, and that's been intercepted. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Chouameni. Now it's Villa. Lobbed in behind. He has a look up. That'll be a corner. Corner number 2 then. Up he goes! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. Great corner, and he did the rest.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Barcelona have taken the lead.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Oh, that's nice. And it's made its way to him. Can he finish? A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
He's on it, can he get... He's having a go! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it. Milan do appear to have made a half-time change.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking for the run, Bergkamp. Takes aim and crosses. And he gets rid. He's gone for goal! What a hit! What a hit! A rocket and some! A finish right from the top draw. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Reflections on the goal?
I love the technique in that finish. There was a concentration to keep it down.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 4, Bellingham.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Milan still have the cards to affect this game. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on this.
Chance! And this is Owen.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Chips it through. There's the header! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
This looks promising. Pinches it off him.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Flings in across. Cleared without complication.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Knocks it into space. And that's a simple one for the keeper. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Bergkamp.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Can he get on the end of this? In towards the back stick. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Xavi Alonso, voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Please take some time out to give your support.
So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the cards. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Applies the finish! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Olise does really well there, strong defending. And he's forced to go back. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Neymar. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. He won't be happy with that one. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And it's Neymar. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Rodri, chance here to counter. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. That's just playing it safe and simple.
A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. Neymar. And it's Xavi Alonso. Looking to play him in. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Rijkaard. Neymar. Oh, easy pickings there. It's an inviting looking ball, that. And he was quick to react. That pass has been well intercepted. And that pass just didn't quite work. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now it's Inzaghi. No, that's been intercepted. And it's Neymar. Neymar. And the whistle goes for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time.
Substitution in progress.
And we're off again.
Milan are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Chance, surely! And it's a goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just...
He's having a shot! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty, he is truly in the zone.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
And now he has 2. So that's 2 now without reply.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be...
Takes a shot! He scored! Right back in the game! We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Milan get themselves back into contention.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
Oh, played through for the wide man. And no, that was never going to make it.
Milan really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Brilliantly cut out. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Bonucci promptly onto that, and that is that. Neymar. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. He's shifting through the gears. Berbatov! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
There's the shot! They've scored! 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So the lead now is 2.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get...
Takes the shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Berbatov. Cannavaro. Rodri. And here's Neymar. That's a sharp pass. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here. Berbatov making his 200th appearance today. I guess that's the most... Batistuta! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
And he's there to retrieve it. Maldini. Nice sequence of passes, this. Tonali. Bergkamp. That has been slung wide. And it's Tonali. Milan looking to pass their way through. Tonali. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Could move up a gear here. Xabi Alonso kept his eye on it, and he's there. First quarter of an hour gone. And the through ball. Law. And he shoots! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. He'll try to... Oh, he's been caught napping! In by Del Piero. Milan are looking to go forward now. He has found the way through. And he will... Berbatov! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Berbatov really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Bergkamp. No goals as yet. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, that pass isn't the best.
Milan are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bergkamp gets into some space. Fires it in low. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And he's intervened well there. Law. There's the whistle for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time.
Substitution for Milan. Number 5, Bergkamp. Number 19.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
On the field,
Well, I can imagine both.
Shot a goal!
Number 4, Sunil Chetri.
Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. So, third corner of the game. Chance! And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Donatoni. Oh, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. And here's Wirtz. And Donatoni.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Law. He's in a great position. He's tried one! Sensational from Haaland! About as smooth as it gets. The breakthrough arrives at last. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
A 1-0 lead established.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Played into the middle. Oh, what a class! Oh, he's hit the bar! Danger averted for now. Played back to the goalkeeper, David De Gea, the type of keeper who instills great confidence in his back line. Over to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
And it's Del Piero. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
There's the shot! And that would have won it.
And that reaction says it all. They had a real chance to tighten the screw there, and it's been blown.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
That's really nicely played. Can he get it through? Now the delivery. And he gets rid in a hurry. He's having a hit! Law. Pass somewhat off target. Maldini, the man synonymous with solidity. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. This could be their final throw of the dice.
All the big boys are set for this. It's like Land of the Giants in there.
And that should get the job done. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And the referee brings it to a close. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we're underway. Well, here he is, the epitome of athleticism and speed. That is Gareth Bale.
Yeah, simply one of the best left-sided attackers of his generation, Peter, with all the tools to improve any team. And then all that flair.
Yeah, it seems an age ago now, doesn't it, that he started his career down on the south coast as a left-back, of course.
Yeah, and when you think about left-back, usually poor attackers end up there, but he went on to do great things at the other end.
In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Zaire Emery, and he's managed to get free. That pass has been well intercepted. Neymar looking to penetrate opposition lines. And it's Bergkamp, over to the left. In with the challenge. That has been cut short. Now it's Bale. Spread it left. Zaire Emery is the guilty party there. Cleared away.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Chiellini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That has been slung wide. Goes looking wide. Flashes it. Oh, smashing header! Goal, Milan! The breakthrough strike! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Passes short and sharp. Look at the space here. Bergkamp is always looking to break lines.
Milan can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Plays a sharp little ball here, and he's certainly onside here. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Howson. And there's the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Milan leading 1-0 at the break. Here we go again.
Milan definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Chiellini gets rid without sophistication. Now, can they get him away? Bale picks it up out wide. There they go, hunting in packs. He's found a way through. It's Bale! He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
He's having a good look here. And now as good a time as any to pull level. Bebeto! Wonderful from Bebeto! About as smooth as it gets. They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Zanetti. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, he's onto this. And he's got the beating of his man.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Crunching tackle. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Liverpool appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's
tries a shot! Goal! Milan! And he celebrates his 30th goal. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Milan take the lead.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
And he was alert to it. And he's there to get it away. Looking for the run. And that could set him on his way. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Milan really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
And he's had a hit!
There will be 3 minutes.
Could move up a gear here. Donatoni. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Zanetti. It's a searching pass. Looking to play him in. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Milan pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. Berbatov picking up the Man of the Match award. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're up and running. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in...
There's the header! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Cristiano Ronaldo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Tonali. Looking to play him in. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, what a mistake! He's through and all alone! And he's there to get it away. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And that's gone loose. That's a good ball. And the finish! Goal, Milan! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Milan have taken the lead.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their foot...
Oh, it's decent chance! And yes, it's there! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch.
And he shoots! Goal, Milan! Into the lead once more.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Messi. And it's Neymar. Tonali. Now, can they get him away? Chance, surely!
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Oh, they could be caught out here. Khan clears. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Milan head into the half-time break with a narrow advantage. It is 2-1. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Aimed beyond the defence.
That's a shame, because it was such a good decision.
That's really well cleared. It's a searching pass. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And that's a throw-in. It's a promising position. And the ball is out of play. Batistuta. Lovely ball and goes for a shot! It's in! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Tonali, Neymar. And he's worked it through. And Berbatov! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Danger averted for now. He's shooting! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Milan with the corner. They're first. He can get that clear. Cristiano Ronaldo, played through into space.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Cristiano Ronaldo is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Milan finding their passes. It's a threatening ball. And a chance! Dimitar Berbatov, brilliant! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Pomp, panache and passion. This, a man full of it all.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Substitution on the field. Number 20, Batistuta. Number 24, Bruno Fernandes. Number 15.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Messi.
Milan get themselves into the lead.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Number 7.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, well played. He needed to get that right.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Substitution in progress.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And he's had a shot! That's another chance! Really well taken goal. And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Milan are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout, and their tactician-in-chief can draw great satisfaction from it. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The action has already started.
Giuliano Belletti will undoubtedly have a very busy game here, Peter. He's good going in both directions and has a very impressive engine.
One of those who's become a cult hero for every club he's represented. Famously, of course, 3 years in catch. Shot a goal! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. That's really well cleared. And now a sudden chance to counter. Chiellini tries to clear.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Aimed in towards the centre. tries from a long way out. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Tonali knocks it out wide. Tonali can so cleverly bypass the press. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. And it's Messi. Plays a sharp little ball here. Not the most accurate pass. Gerrard. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shot could be on. Chance for a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
He gets big. Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
That was travelling.
Milan really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Probing pass, and that could set him on his way. And the shot! He has done it! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
There will be
Roberto Carlos. And it's Gerrard. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And he passes it long. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time.
Substitution for Milan, number 5, Bergkamp.
So we're into the second 45.
Number 14, Neymar.
Berbatov, Neymar. That is a brilliant interception. Milan do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
And he's in on goal. Milan needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And it's lofted through here. Thinks about... Great chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Well, they scored their first goal from a corner. What about now? And it's been taken short. Delivers with... Up he goes! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Berbatov. Donadoni. For Xavi Alonso. Gerrard. And here's Berbatov. And he's cut it out. Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And it's Neymar. Played out wide. And this is Neymar. And he decides to cross it. Baresi gets rid without sophistication. Makaleli looking to play him in. That's been cut out, well played. Khan sends that a long way. And this is Neymar. Neymar unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Nicely shaped ball. Donadoni. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Tchouaméni. Messi. Played into space. And he welcomes it in. And he's whipped it across. Chiellini can get it clear. And this is Batistuta.
Borussia Dortmund clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Pass somewhat off target. Puskás looking to penetrate opposition lines. And it's Tchouaméni. 5 minutes left on the clock.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there. Chance! Oh, it's in! Late in the day! This could well be it! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Substitution for Milan. Number 7, Donadoni. Number 19, El Hadj Diouf. Number 13, Xabi Alonso.
Milan are making a change now. Milan take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time.
Oh, what a mistake!
2 added minutes has been...
And that's that. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment.
Hello everybody, and
Neymar claiming the Man of the Match award. And there is...